Well guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the 100-day project, and welcome to the Nerja caves. We have just left our little dog sit up in the mountains in Kompata, and it's about a 40-minute drive down the mountain roads to get to the caves. Now, Nicola, who's in here getting ready, noticed something, that every day they give away 60 free tickets, I believe it is, and if you log in 48 hours beforehand, you have a chance of swiping one of those free tickets, which we did. So actually, we just purchased the audio guide. So rather than it being something like €30 for 2 people to visit the caves, it turned out to be 4. So if you're going to come to the Nerja caves, check in 48 hours beforehand on the website, and you should be able to pick up some tickets. I think it's for EU citizens only. I may be wrong on that one, but it is EU only. The person in the shadows has told us that. Inside the cave system itself, maybe only about half an hour needed. I was last here when I was about 10 or 11. And then I think the whole sort of cave park you can explore as well. So we'll take you guys along for the ride. But yeah, €4, which means we can spend €26 on coffee and cake. So that's us now down into the caves. Obviously quite dark, so apologies for the footage. Really nice though. Quite warm actually down here as well. I guess it stays probably the same temperature the whole time, but yeah. Anyway, let's wander on down through. Had you been watching and waiting? The one thing to bear in mind if you do come with the free tickets, remember what free brings you. Lots of people coming in at the same time, so it is quite busy. But thankfully most people have not picked up an audio guide, so they're just rushing through the caves. Of course, they're thinking they get it for free, so why not? Why take your time? Whereas with the audio guide, we're actually sort of letting most of the folks head on in front of us. To get to know you, to help ease the troubles on your mind, to walk by your side, holding your hand in mine. I'll treasure that. Well, that was blooming impressive. Again, apologies for not taking the big boy camera in, because I'm sure that footage was pretty grainy. If you pay on the door, I think it works out something like €21 each. €15 if you pay online, or free if you manage to snag some of those early morning tickets. But yeah, really worthwhile coming. And I think what we're going to do now is, after a coffee, we're actually going to explore the rest of the cave park as well. I think there's a couple of hour walk around the botanical gardens. But yeah, coming in early, you miss all of the tour groups as well, which I think are just starting now. Sorry, I got distracted by a man and a cake. Hey, she's on my wavelength. What was that you just said?
Coffee.
Woohoo! Well, that was really cool. And what a view for breakfast as well.
And not bad value. So a double toast and marmalade, manzana cake, and 2 coffees with milk, €7.10, which for a tourist place, I think that's really good.
And of course, we're still quids in because we got free tickets to the caves.
So I just want to say about the audio guide, we pay €2 each for the one you put around your neck and press the buttons. You can download it for free on your phone, but we wanted to be able to take pictures without faffing about, so I think it's worth it for €2.
Really good. Right, we're going to enjoy some coffee, tostada and manzana cake with a beautiful view. Yeah, we haven't got a Scooby-Doo.
No, so we're trying to actually get out of the cave park to do the trail walk, but the signpost is really bad.
Or we're just really bad. What's quite funny, we've been walking around for the last 10 minutes and I can still see our van just back there. We are hopeless. See when there's options? Hopeless. Come on girl, we got this.
I get very frustrated when I can't find my way out of things.
I think you thought that this was going to be a big epic 2-hour kind of trail.
In my defence, it says it's a 2-hour hike, but it's only 1,800 metres, which for me, and it's low level of difficulty, you have to really be ambling, I guess. But it looked like it was a proper hike, seeing cliffs and things, but obviously not. Just to put this into context, we've been now going for 15 minutes and we've done 200 metres. That's where the 2 hours come from. Yeah, it's because you can't find your way. They grow gingers here? Ginger, not ginger people.
The starting point of all people with ginger hair.
Olives.
Popeye. Another 10 minutes and we're back to the start again.
I'm not convinced we're actually on the trail because I'd read the park was really big and I think it's in the park bit. We're actually heading out, but who knows? The walkway to Marrow. M-A-R-O, little white village.
The people up in the cafe, I'm pretty sure they were like, there's a glitch in the matrix.
As you can see, we've already left the Botanic Garden. We got bored.
We're not really botanics people.
No, unless it's in gin.
See who lives behind those blues.
So it's only a couple of miles from Nerja, but a very sleepy little village, Marrow. As you can tell, we completely lost ourselves and managed to find a way outside of the botanical garden. So turn the camera on and someone's deciding to chop down a tree. Oh, the dog's gone crazy up there as well. I must have a sign on my back. Nigel has the camera on. Go crazy!
Welcome here. Our heart's been taken hostage by the sweetest little deer.
So we have made our way back to the van. Just parked up here for outside the caves and gonna have a little bit of lunch. Fried egg sandwich. Oh, it's a staple in these parts when you don't want to be using too much water or any water.
Disaster.
Oh, fried egg disaster coming up.
Actually, it's hidden by the bread. It's okay.
And also, there is a very good chance that I've already buttered my shorts this morning, so there's a chance I'll put some ketchup or some egg on them just to complete the trilogy.
I've left my yolk behind.
And then we're off to do a little bit of shopping for the week down in Nerja before going and finding a park up for the night. So I guess we shall catch up after I've spilled egg on myself.
I hope it's all right, darling.
It's gonna have to be a one-hander with a plate. Oh hell yeah. Good eggs, girl. Good eggs. Beachfront apartment, anyone? So we have come about half an hour east of Nerja and find ourselves just a little one-way quiet street on the coast. Pretty sure we're going to stay here tonight. The only downside being is because it's a one-way street, you've got to park kind of direction of travel, which means our door is facing inward rather than out to the coast, and it's quite a muggy day. Right, well, I'm going to enjoy my coffee, listen to a couple of podcasts. I can listen to football podcasts this week because Man U actually won a game yesterday. Fantastic as well. 4-3 against Liverpool. Get in. Last minute winner in extra time. Ho ho ho. We'll catch up in a bit when our nibs in there wakes up. Beachfront apartment. None too shabby. Bit grayer today. It's nice to hear the sea overnight, wasn't it? And the yawning. All the little fisherman boats heading out. No, it was a surprisingly quiet night.
It was warm.
Was warm.
Really warm, wasn't it?
Was warm. Good morning, guys.
I'm not awake yet.
No. Thought we'd come out for sunrise, but I don't think sunrise is going to be much cop because it is supposed to be quite a warm day today. I think it's getting up to about 27, but it's quite an overcast morning, but a really quiet, peaceful night. Which was surprising because at about 8 o'clock last night there were lots of people parading up and down the beachfront, which is understandable. It's beautiful, but really quiet evening.
Really, really hot though. When we went to bed, it was really, really humid, and that was only mid-20s yesterday.
Mid-20s,
Heated
yeah.
that up, so it's going to be hot during the summer.
Apart from everyone in Ireland. It's not going to be hot there. Sorry guys, sorry to ruin the...
That's really mean.
Like, we had to go through months of listening to people bang on about hot summers in Cambridge. This one here 2 years ago, whenever Cambridge was getting some incredible weather, I have never... You know the way sometimes you say to people, look, if the news about things, about wars, about cruelty get you angry, then don't watch it. I actually had to say that to her. I said, look, stop looking at weather forecasts for Cambridge, because she was literally getting completely...
I think they were having double what we were having, temperatures plus a bit. It was miserable.
Every day it was just like, because of course WhatsApp group, all our friends were all like, oh, it's so warm here.
Can't go out, can't sleep, can't do anything.
And as I said, revenge is a dish best served well warm. So all you Cambridge people, we'll be taking the mickey later on this year. Right, well, we're going to sit and enjoy our morning cuppa, watch the non-sunrise, grab some breakfast, and then just randomly, there's a little dot that I had on a map that I wanted to go visit, and it turns out I think it's about a 10-minute walk that way, so we'll go along there and have a gander. So this is our little beachfront apartment. Not too bad, eh? Not too bad. Actually, the beach stretches. It's a bit of a shingly beach, but it stretches all the way, probably a good couple of miles. And we're only about half an hour or so, 35 minutes away from Nerja, and so much quieter. It would have actually been a really good place to run, but I'm still not quite back to fighting fit from the lurgy. And this one here is still recovering from her knee twunk that she did in Albufeira. So unfortunately, no running for the cooks at the moment, which is a little bit frustrating. Anyone else who runs and enjoys running knows that it can be very good for the old noggin as well, for the heart. So not being able to run has been...
Yeah, I just heard you say about running. That would have been brilliant, wouldn't it?
Slightly frustrating.
Yeah. I was going up or down steps, can't remember yesterday because my memory's so bad, but it was hurting, so I know my knee's not right.
Yeah.
Which is a shame.
You didn't even do it running, you did it stretching.
I know.
Right, I think it's back to the van for some breakfast. Go and do a little bit of exploring.
And get more pan.
More
Feeling
pan.
the need for pan.
And we're going to leave the...
Yeah, I nearly ruptured my stomach trying to pull myself up.
Yeah.
And then you got about like a centimetre off the floor as well.
I did one pull-up and felt most of my body spring. Right, breakfast time. A little bit of work done, a little bit of photography done, and we are now going to Passarella Colgante de Jolucar, which looked a little bit more impressive in the pictures, I must admit.
I'm a bit like, okay. It reminds me a little bit of Carrick-a-Reed back home.
Apart from it doesn't move.
No.
Don't think so anyway. But yeah, it's a bridge walkway with a little bit of a glass bit that you can look over. So, or look under even. Oh.
It's a bit more safety conscious here, I think.
Well, I don't know about that. I can still feel it wibbling. Oh, here comes the interesting bit.
Oh. Oh, that is a bit interesting. I'm actually going to walk on the where you've got the bits underneath.
They should take a note out of was it in China somewhere where they have a digital display like that and you step on it and it all cracks.
Oh, that's made me hungry for some reason.
Another thing that makes Nicola hungry, fear. Oh.
Oh, that's weird.
Is that why we're holding hands?
Yeah. You scaredy cat.
Hey.
Oh, I think that's worse going that way.
I've got to go back and get the camera now. And all of these little white tent buildings is why you can still get strawberries in December in the UK, out of season fruit. A lot of this here stretches all the way along the coastline and you can actually see it from space.
Really?
Yeah, that is fact. Oh, and yeah, just down here, looks like there's a paid for air, €12 a night. I think it's got a couple of showers and various bits and pieces, but we will take our little freebie, which was just down there on this coastal bit.
Save money on parking and go eat instead. That's what we like to do.
I teach her well. I teach her well.
It's always me that you get to do the dodgy things.
She's probably grumbling because
I remember that really scary rope bridge in Norway.
All for the gram.
I'm going to be brave and actually step on the... Oh.
Good girl. All for the gram. Oh yeah, you can definitely feel it bouncing up and down.
Yeah, especially with your big clod hoppers.
Oh.
It does feel really weird.
Well guys, we are probably going to now wander back to the van, maybe via a coffee stop. The girl from Del Monte, she said yes. we will call it here on the vlog. We've got a couple of busy days coming up, but I guess that, as always, will be a story for next time. But yeah, the caves were really cool. Really enjoyed the caves.
I forgot to say actually about the caves that we spent an hour and that was using the audio and taking our time. We noticed other people rush through, but if you give yourself an hour, that's a good, easy stroll, listening to the info and really taking in the whole ambience of it.
And given the fact that we got lost in the Botanic Garden, we could probably spend 4 days there.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, and the little cafe. I think I mentioned the cafe, didn't I? Yeah. And worth a visit to the cafe.
Always, as always.
Always worth a visit. Oh, what was that?
Nope, we've lost her. We've lost her. We better go, guys. From the 100-day project, day 30 something or other, we shall catch up tomorrow.